All right, guys, we're going to do Justice Society of America issue number 16, covered by Alex Ross. So let's go. So this is about the atom in the past and its damage that talks about him. This guy's called Al Pratt from the GSA time, and he he was a fighter, right? But he was also the first to be knocked on his ass until the day he was transformed from a mighty might into the human atomic bomb. That detonation power, that only thing is the only thing that Pratt ever gave to me. Pratt wasn't there when my foster father smacked me around. He wasn't there when I lost control of my powers and blew up half of downtown Atlanta. He wasn't there when he outlawed me in Georgia or when Zoom destroyed my face, or when I had to put this mask on to hide it. This stupid mask. Everything's I worry because of him. They think I joined the Justice Society because of him, but I never even met Al Pratt. I only tagged along because I wanted to get out of trouble. So I'm not sure if this is the son of Al or that he's maybe a relative. I do not know, but maybe he's the son, because he's transforming his power to him somehow. Anyway, so this is Gog, and he comes in peace, right? And he's smiling and all these birds are flying around him, right? So Matthew Williams, or William Matthews, that was the other Gog, was disintegrated. Only his staff was left, and there's some markings etched on it. And Hawkman has seen those etchings before, right? So Superman thinks that this is a god walking the earth. But then Mr. Terrific comes in. It's no different from Starbreaker or Animus Sin, Superman. Whatever just rode out of the ground is a being of alien origin and immense power. Isn't that what a god is, Mr. Terrific? God is not here, Amazing Man, not a reality. All right, so he's trying to communicate with it, right? So he calls him, I'm Mr. Terrific, who are you? But doesn't hear or ignore him. And so Amazing Man comes in. Actually, you don't believe in gods? If he is a god, I would guess he'd hear your voice as easily as a machine would, which, giving you ability to evade detection by anything electronic, means not at all. He can't hear me because he's 60 feet high. Let some with a little faith try. So then he calls in, and then, he responds to this guy, Marcus Clay, who was the new Amazing Man. But then he walks away because he sees something. So he goes to this village with poor sick people, right? And he says, I come in peace. So Sandman says, they must be evacuees from the city of Goma. They look sick. It's the Earthlands. The illness are the fallout of the eruption of a volcano, I guess. The water surrounding this village has been poisoned by that eruption. Carbon dioxide, methane, toxins. Everyone here is dying. How do we help them, Sand? So, but then he touches the ground and everything is healed again, right? He says, I made them good again. You have nothing to fear, human beings. I'm here to save you. Right. Meanwhile, there is some tomb raiding going on, and this guy, Black Adam, is waiting for them, right? And so he transforms into Black Adam. And it seems that he lost his wife. I know that story was a tragic one. He had also, I believe, a follower, not really a son, but somewhat like that. He's been killed by a crocodile man, and Isis sacrificed herself or something. So he's very angry and so he's returned because, I don't know, Mary Marvels gave him his powers back. And then he sees a rose. And he says, Isis? Isis was his wife, by the way. So maybe this is a quest to get his wife back somehow, maybe. So Flash comes here, right, reports what happened in the city because, of Gog. And so he looks up and he sees Gog. I'm sorry that our introduction was interrupted. Marcus Clay, I am listening to a world that cries in pain, a world not like on my own. In what world is that, says Superman. When your errand boy had me in his hands, I saw a vision. My errand boy? You speak of William Matthews. You speak of something wicked. Where are you from? Are you from my Earth? I am from paradise. So we did see a flashback drawn by Alex Ross. He came from the third world. There was a war. He condemned the war and he was cast out. And then he fell to Earth like all gods did. Near death, my body dying, but my soul was not. I lay buried in a tomb of molten rock, uncovered by a tribe of human beings, falsely worshipped the god of earth. They forged a staff that channeled my power, but war, sickness, and slavery took them. And ultimately, like all of the third world, I was forgotten. All right. So William Matthews found him, took the staff, took the power, and then he witnessed what he had as he fell to earth. Visions of the future and the past, of other realities, of one in particular. Of your parallel Earth, Superman. It drove him mad. William Matthew was not doing my bidding. War is not my way. So he says, I watched his body unravel. You killed William Matthews. I simply took back what William Matthews stole from me. He would have died long ago from disease if not for my power. I spared him that pain. But then damage comes in and he calls BS, right? He said, what kind? He's playing us, Nate, he says. Playing. I would like to play a game, but there's so much to do. We all know how this is going to go down. Does anyone believe this jolly green giant just wants to help us? I am not green, but you are upset, he says. I apologize if I've done something to offend you. Why are you smiling so much? I'm happy to be alive. Are you? So he touches him, and then he falls down. Power Girl says, what do you do to him? So Grant takes then his mask off, and he's healed. I made him good again. Who is next? All right, and that leads us to the next issue. So yeah, is he really a good guy, or is he just what Damage says, a bad guy, and we know how it's going to go down? All right, I'll leave you to think about that. We're gonna continue the series into the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and bye bye.